Welcome, Approximation and Errors. In this lesson, I'd like us to focus on types of errors. Let's go to types of errors. Now, there are three common types of errors that I would like us to focus on in this lesson. And the first one is absolute error. We have relative error, and thirdly, we have percentage error. These are the three types of errors that I would like us to focus on in this lesson. Let's go to the first one, which is absolute error. Absolute error. What is absolute error? Absolute error is the difference between the measured value and the actual value. That is what we refer to as the absolute error, or simply it is a physical error in a given measurement. How do we calculate absolute error in any given measurement? So to get absolute error, which I'm going to denote by AE, so absolute error is given by, you take a half times the least unit of measurement. Half times the least unit of measurement. Let's look at several examples so that you can understand. Examples: find absolute errors. Find absolute errors in the following measurements. 1, 4 centimeters. So to find the absolute error in 4 centimeters, we will first get the least unit of measurement in 4 centimeters. So the least unit of measurement is, the least unit of measurement in 4 centimeters is 1 centimeter. So to get absolute error in 4 centimeters, so to get absolute error in 4 centimeters, we are going to take a half times the least unit of measurement, which is 1, and this will give the absolute error in 4 centimeters is 0.5. Let's go to the second example. 4.1 centimeters. 4.1 centimeters. We want to get the absolute error in 4.1 centimeter. So this is how we do it. The least unit of measurement, in 4.1 is 0.1 centimeters. So therefore, absolute error will be given by a half times the least unit of measurement, which is 0.1, and the absolute error will be 0.05. That example, find the absolute error in 0.49 meters. So what is the least unit of measurement? It is, the least unit of measurement is 0.01. Therefore, the absolute error will be given by half times the least unit of measurement, 0.01. This will give 0.005. So that is how we obtain or we calculate the absolute error in any given measurement. Let's go to the second type of error, which is relative error. What is relative error? This is the ratio. This is the ratio of the absolute error to the actual value. Relative error is the ratio of the absolute error to the actual value. So in simple terms, we can write it like this and say that relative error, RE, is given by, this is what we mean by the ratio of the absolute error. So absolute error divided by the actual value. Simple as that. Let's look at some few examples on how to find the relative error. So examples. So find the relative error in each of the following. So the first one, 100 kg. So the first thing you're going to do is to find the absolute error in 100 kg. So how do we find that? Absolute error is given by a half times the least unit of measurement. In 100 kg is 1 kg. So absolute error will be 0.5. So therefore, relative error will be given by absolute error, which is 0.5, divided by the actual value. The actual value is 100 kg. So that is the ratio. And this will give 0.5 0.005 as the relative error. Second example, 4.6 centimeters. We want to find the relative error in 4.6 centimeters. So the first thing, we get the absolute error, which is given by half times the least unit of measurement in 4.6 is 0.1. So absolute error will be 0.05. So therefore, relative error is given by absolute error 0.05 divided by the actual value, which is 4.6. And this will give 0.0109. That example, 0.049. So we start by getting the absolute error. Absolute error is given by half times the least unit of measurement. It's 0.049 is 0.001. So this will give 0.0005 as the absolute error. So therefore, relative error would be given by absolute error, which is 0.0005 divided by the actual measurement 0.049. And this will give 0.0102. I'm giving these answers correct to 4 significant figures. So that is basically how you're supposed to calculate relative error. Now we go to the last one, and the last one is percentage error. Percentage error. So how do we find percentage error, and what is percentage error? Percentage error is the relative error expressed as a percentage. This is a relative error expressed as a percentage. In simple terms, we can say that percentage error is equals to relative error multiplied by 100%. That is what we mean. So we're going to use the examples that we've used above in calculating the relative error to find the percentage error. So examples, in the first example in the previous slide, we're supposed to find relative error in 100 kg. So we want to find relative error, not relative but percentage error in 100 kg. So as we've said, we are going to get this one by relative error times 100. So we already have the relative error. You first calculate the relative error in 100 kg, which you already obtained as 0.05, and then you multiply that by 100. So we get this one is relative error times 100%, and we got the relative error in 100 kg as 0.005 times 100%, and this one will give 5%. Is it 0.05? Let me confirm. It's supposed to be 0.005. 0.005 supposed to be 0.005. So we had calculated that 0.005 times 100%, and this will give 0.5%. So you first have to calculate relative error in 100 kg. Once you get that, you multiply by 100%. Now the second one, we go to the second example. The second example was 4.6. 4.6. So what is the percentage error in 4.6 centimeters? We get the relative error in 4.6. We already got that as 0.0109. 0109. So relative error was 0.0109. That is the relative error. We've gone through how to calculate that. So you take this one and multiply by, so percentage error given by relative error 0.0109 times 100, and this will give 1.09%. The other one is calculate the percentage error in 0.049. 0.049. So we first calculate relative error in 0.049, of which we did that, and we got the relative error to be 0.0102, 0.0102. So percentage error is given by relative error 0.0102 times 100%, and this will give 1.02%. So that is how you're supposed to calculate the absolute error, relative errors, and percentage error.